Hey guys, it's Joe, and this is Pocket with Joe. We are going to be talking the NHL game tonight. I can't wait. I'm so excited for this game. We will see Colorado go into Edmonton. This is game 3. Colorado is leading this series 2-0 over the Edmonton Oilers. Will be interesting to see how Edmonton answers back in game 3 here. And I can't wait. But before we do that, let's look at last night's game. I was so excited to see the New York Rangers break the trend by the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Rangers got the win. Now, this was a low scoring game, a 3-2 style here, with no goals scored in the second period. What we saw in the first was a 2-1 lead for the New York Rangers, just completely playing a solid game. Now, Igor Shesterkin standing on his head again. But we also saw New York really limit those shots on goal. It was a fantastic one, you guys. They will now head to Tampa for game 3. But before that happens, we have to look at tonight's game. Now, this is going to be a good one. Colorado coming in here still as a favorite on the road. Now, this money line has been pretty fluid this morning. We're seeing minus 135 at the moment with the Edmonton Oilers coming in here at plus 115. Now, I'm seeing the money go on the Oilers, everyone expecting them to play a much better game at home. The total is set at 7 in this one. The Avs have gone 5-1 in the last 6 meetings, but the home team is 7-1 in those last 8. But the favorite, 8-0. So, you guys, in this one, I really do think we're going to see a fantastic game, high scoring like the first game. Now, in the last game, Colorado was able to get the shutout win, winning that one 4-0. Now, what we saw was a better first period out of Edmonton. Both of these teams went scoreless in that first period. We did see Colorado in that second just fly with goals here on the Edmonton Oilers. They had 3 goals in just over 2 minutes. It was absolutely insane. 2 of those goals in 15 seconds. It was one of those things where if you blinked, I have never seen a game where it was so quick, back-to-back goals. It was absolutely phenomenal. Now, we look at that game, and when we break that game down, Edmonton was held to only 24 shots on goal. Now, Darcy Kemper is back for this game. He is listed. There's been some question marks on if they should throw him in or play Francouz here. I do think we'll see Darcy Kemper. I think they have the most faith in him. He did let in some softer ones, especially in that game 1 where the Edmonton Oilers did lose, but it was an 8-6 style game. Darcy Kemper allowing all those 6 goals. Now, I do think he plays a solid game here for sure, but I do think we'll see the goals. I think this one will go over the total. We have a total of 7 here, a little bit juiced to the over, but I definitely think we have to play on that one. I could see Colorado coming out and getting the win here. I think they probably go up 3-0 over the Edmonton Oilers. I hate that everyone's riding with the Oilers tonight, and I'm leaning on Colorado. I probably won't make it to the window with Colorado straight up in this one. I am going to bet that over, and then I'm looking at Colorado to come out so strong in that first period. We've seen them just play so strong offensively. I think they get up on Edmonton in that first period. So on the puck line at -0.5, we're getting plus money. And if I'm going to bet Colorado at any point in this game, when we're in Edmonton, it's going to be that first period with the plus money because the value's there. So we get them on the puck line -0.5 at plus 154. And I love it, you guys. We've seen Colorado just come out so strong offensively. I think it's the best way to go. There's the Go Rangers. Absolutely go Rangers. I love that they're beating Tampa Dexter. So thanks for coming in with that. Appreciate it. This game, you guys, is going to be insane. Mike Smith, we know he has his issues for the Edmonton Oilers. We saw him have a terrible game in the first, get yanked. But he did bounce back, only allowing 4 goals. There was a lot of shots on him in the last game. Colorado put up 40 shots on goal. So Colorado's doing fantastically at stopping Edmonton from getting those shots. But I feel like in this game, we're going to see Connor McDavid at home. I do think he has a bounce back game. He was so limited in the last one. I think we can take Connor McDavid for an anytime goal at plus 110. I think it's a great way to take this. Did have a couple other props that I was looking at. So let's quickly go over those. We have to look at Cale Makar. We all know he's been playing absolutely phenomenal. Now, I can't remember exactly how many block shots he got on goal in the last game, but we were riding the over 2.5. If you got my free play in that one, I posted it as a winner when it hit 6. So it was like 5 minutes left in that game. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got over that number of 6, but he was playing absolutely incredible. So we can look at his assists tonight at over 0.5. Now the books have juiced it because Makar is playing so phenomenal. It's at minus 141 here for him on that. Everything else is so highly juiced. We look at his shots on goal over 2.5. It's minus 200. There's not really another way to take him here in this one. His block shots on goal, I'm not getting a number coming up. I was trying to get that for you guys before. My book isn't even offering it tonight, which I was completely shocked by. I think they're limiting their risk with him. And then for the goalie props, not able to find numbers on those as well. So if you guys do have numbers on your books, let me know and we can discuss those live here as we go. But as for myself, I can't find the goalie save shots on goal tonight anywhere. It's like they just don't want to take that bet. Hey, what's up, Big Show Picks? Thank you for joining me here live this morning on Puck It with Joe. Okay, so anyone else I would be looking at other than Connor McDavid for an anytime goal? Of course, Nathan McKinnon. He's been playing absolutely incredible. Plus 116 for him to get that anytime goal. I think there's a couple other players you can look at too. You can look at Draisaitl for his over shots on goal or Evander Kane. I think both of those two at home will have a phenomenal game in this one. It's going to be a great one, you guys. I hope you enjoy it. So just to recap what I'm liking here, I think the best bet is to take the over 7 in this one. I do see Edmonton putting up their share of goals. We know Colorado has been playing absolutely phenomenal offensively, getting those goals in the back of the net. So I think it's a great way to take it. The Avs team total, if you don't like the total for the full game, both of these teams, team totals are at 3.5. So I would recommend, because I'm leaning on the Avs to do the majority of the scoring. Edmonton can pull it out if they can score on Kemper tonight. It's why I'm not really leaning on a side for this full game, because Edmonton's going to be hungry at home to get this win. But I think if you're taking one team to get their over, we know Colorado can get over 3.5 on Mike Smith. We've seen it in the last 2 games. So the over 3.5 for Colorado is minus 106. Now, if you have faith in Edmonton, you're getting plus money for them to get over 3.5 on Darcy Kemper. We did see in that first game, they scored 6 goals on Kemper. So it's not an unreasonable way to go with this game. I don't hate it at all. It all depends on if Colorado shows up just as strong as we saw in the last game defensively, limiting those shots, because at only 24 shots on goal, very hard for Edmonton to get 4 goals out of 24. It has been done before, but Colorado putting up those 40 shots on goal, Edmonton just defensively has not had an answer to shut them down. And we've seen that during the season. Edmonton's weakest points are their defense and their goaltending, where the defense has played way better in the playoffs. I'm not cutting them down at all, but it is their weaker spot for sure. So give me the over 7 in this. Give me also the Avs in the first period on the puck line at -0.5 at plus 154. I think that's a great way to take that. Sprinkle on that, you guys, though, because if Edmonton comes straight out of the gate hard, I think the best bet is that over. So you guys, thank you for joining me here for Puck It with Joe. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming and watching the show. Have a good one. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some freaking money. Bye, guys.